Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
There's a lot of no good sons of bitches out there.
So today I am proud to give you guys a brand new movie review based on a film that just premiered on Netflix. It is a movie that a lot of people are talking about, and a lot of people have been talking about it since they first saw the trailer. It is the new Antonio Campos directed film, The Devil All the Time, starring an incredibly talented cast, including Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård, and Jason Clarke. So, this movie has been talked about a lot already, and it truly is a mixed bag amongst people who have seen it. I am definitely gonna agree with a lot of the people that have already reviewed this movie, saying that this movie may not necessarily be a game changer, but it is definitely a movie that will change you as an individual, because I personally don't feel that there is going to be another movie made in quite a while that is quite like this. This movie pushed a lot of bars. It was very unconventional. It was very unsettling. Some of the imagery in this film was definitely bold and in your face, and this film truly took no prisoners. It is the story that really revolves around a young man named Arvin who had a good family, but there was definitely something that was not entirely right about his father. His father, unfortunately, was a war veteran from World War II, and he saw bad things and definitely came down with a case of PTSD. But one of the few things that he did bring into his heart and soul was the power of God. And the power of God he tried to spread to his son and spread to his family, but there were some things that he did, especially in Arvin's presence, that Arvin didn't necessarily agree with in regards to connecting with God. And after some unfortunate events, Arvin is sent to live with his grandmother and his uncle, as well as an orphaned girl, and through the relationship that he develops with his stepsister and his family, he starts to uncover more bad things in the late 1950s to the 1960s. He sees corruption in the community, corruption in the church, thanks to a brand new pastor who comes to town, and basically Arvin knows that he wants to do the right thing and he wants to protect the people that are closest to him, but at the same time, some of the ways that he feels he has to save these people is through the ways of evil means. This movie was just an interesting and intriguing story. I will say that the selling point of this movie is without a doubt the cast, especially considering that I had yet to see movies that, like these, in which Robert Pattinson really showed me what he can do. And I will say that he was brilliant. But Tom Holland, oh my goodness, what an amazing performance from him as Arvin. I gotta tell you guys, I don't know if this movie is going to win much in terms of awards, but I would love to see Tom Holland get nominated for Best Actor. He was simply fantastic in this film. Jason Clarke, who is one of my favorite character actors, portrays such an interesting character in Carl, a God-fearing man, but at the same time is a serial killer, and with his wife, they sort of have this little Bonnie and Clyde thing, but it is definitely interesting how their story is pretty much entirely different from what's going on in Arvin's world, and it is just amazing at the end to actually see these two worlds converge. There's also a lot of other great actors in this film. Mia Wasikowska and Harry Melling. Yes, Dudley Dursley from the Harry Potter films. He has been everywhere in regards to things that I have been seeing. He was in the HBO show His Dark Materials. He was in The Old Guard, which was one of my favorite movies of 2020, by the way, with Charlize Theron. It's on Netflix. You should definitely check out that movie. But my God, he has come such a long way and has finally been just tagging himself onto project after project after project. I want to see this man get a leading role because he is just a brilliant actor. I loved him as this pastor named Roy, and he is basically where the weirdness in regards to connecting with faith and the unconventional ways that you do on a social / modern day nature, it was definitely an interesting character that he played in Pastor Roy. But this movie, I will say, is truly not for everybody. Like I said, there's a lot of things in this movie that are going to make you very, very uncomfortable. And yes, even I was very uncomfortable while I was watching this movie. But I still could not deny the brilliance in the acting, the boldness of the story. Is it a movie that I would probably want to see again? Unfortunately, that's a long, hard no, because it is just not one of those kinds of movies that is going to be, let's just say, enjoyed. You know, there are certain movies that you truly enjoy, and some of those could be some of the worst movies in the world, and then there are these movies that you know are made for the sake of trying to generate award buzz, but at the same time also trying to give you something totally real and totally different. There is definitely a lot of realism in this movie because, let's face it, we're human beings. Bad people do bad things, and sometimes even good people do bad things, and they don't even think about it when they do it. But this movie is definitely something that a film appreciator, I would definitely say a film appreciator, not necessarily the general public, would definitely be interested in seeing at least once. And it's not necessarily a movie that I'm going to want to own on Blu-ray or DVD just because of the whole atmosphere of this film. But I personally feel that this movie will probably generate a few award nominations. I don't think that it's the best movie of the year, but it is definitely something that I give so much credit to the people who put it together, to Antonio Campos for the directing. Also, there is a narration throughout the film. Some people feel that it takes away from the movie. Personally, I felt that it really drives the movie because there are certain points in this story where you could get a little bit lost and you just need the narrator for some clarification. But yes, this is a powerful, definitely emotion-grabbing, unsettling original film. I really don't think that we're going to get a movie like this for a very, very long time, which is why I'm going to be giving The Devil All the Time 3.5 stars out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss The Devil All the Time, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.